Hello and welcome. My name is Helen Doherty. My company's name is Wonderful Living, and I'm a health coach, personal trainer, a nutritional therapist, Reiki practitioner, and intuitive healer. And I've been doing a series of stretches. So today we're going to do a full body workout, full body stretch. And again, each stretch should be held for about 30 seconds or until you feel that release. It's like your body's sighing, and the stretch gets easier, so it's not as tight or as painful. And again, you should never feel pain when you're stretching, but you want to feel that stretch. So let's get started. So as I usually do, I'm going to start at the feet. Front foot, knee is bent, back leg is straight. I'll pull up this. You can see back leg is straight. Foot is pointed straight ahead. Heel is on the floor. Just leaning those hips forward while you're pulling that belly in. And you're just going to feel that stretch in the calf muscle and that leg in the back leg. And now you're going to bend that back knee, keeping the heel on the floor. And this stretches the underlying muscle called the soleus. And it's often one of the muscles that creates havoc when we're walking if it's tight. You can feel that. It's like, oh, what's going on? How come I can't walk really well? And the soleus can be part of the problem. So it's making sure we stretch that underlying muscle. Now up on your toes, pull the belly in, pushing the hips forward. You're going to feel a slight stretch in front of the hip. And then turning your foot so the top of the foot is on the floor and pushing down with the ankle so that you're getting that stretch in the front of the foot and the front of the ankle and shin. And if it starts to cramp, you just go up on your toes and stretch out. My foot was just starting to complain there. And the other side. And again, that back leg is straight. Foot keeping that heel on the floor. If you don't feel a stretch at all, make sure that your foot is pointed straight ahead, first off. And secondly, you can pull that belly in and lean the hips forward, not the body. You want to lean the hips forward, push the hips forward, and keep that heel on the floor. Meanwhile, you keep your body nice and upright so that you're not compromising that low back and you're not doing some funny things. Now, keeping the stance, shortening the stance, bending that back knee, keeping the heel on the floor. And again, hopefully you can see that. Just stretching that underlying muscle. If you find that your balance is really wobbly in this stretch, check to make sure that your feet aren't in line. If they are directly in line, that's going to be more challenging. So you can have a little bit of space between them like you would when you're normally walking. Also, if you focus on a line or a spot and pull that belly in, that will help with your balance. And up on your toes, pull that belly in, pushing the hips forward so that front knee is bent. Again, you're going to feel that in the front of the hip. And now putting the top of the foot on the floor and pushing down gently. And you're going to feel that stretch in the top of the foot, the shin, and the ankle. Excellent. And you can shake those out, circle the feet, whatever feels good for you. All right, next we're going to come up. And if you're able, you're going to grab, and you see I wobble too. You're going to grab that ankle, and as I mentioned before, you can grab a band and pull it up behind you. The key with this is keeping those knees together as you pull that foot back. And you can even pull the knee back a little bit. Keep that belly pulled in to protect that low back. And again, it's whatever your body allows today. Other side. Just allowing that stretch. And you may find this isn't a deep enough stretch for you. And that's okay. In my last video, I showed you some different stretches you can do to get a little bit deeper. And shake it out. And if you have questions, just message me or email me and let me know. My email address is helen@wonderfulliving.com, and that's with 3 L's. So it's Wonderful Living. Awesome. Next, We can do this seated or standing, and I'm going to do it seated just for ease of doing it. So you're going to sit down, you're sitting at the front of your seat, one leg is bent, one leg is straight, and you're just leaning forward with, and I'll go sideways as well. So you're keeping that back nice and straight, and you're leaning on that bent knee. So now you're going to take a deep breath in. As you let it out, you're going to reach for your toes with the arm on the same side as the straight leg. Keep that back nice and straight. And if you feel this in your low back, check if you're hunched. If you are, you need to stick that chest out and flatten that back. And so that may mean you can't reach your toes today, and that's okay. You only go where you can. Take another deep breath in. As you let it out, you're reaching with both hands. Again, checking that back, keeping your head level with your body, and that back should be nice and straight. And you want to turn your body so that your fingertips are fairly even in this stretch as well. And slowly sitting up. You're going to keep that leg straight for just a moment, and that just helps your body relax into the stretch. Other leg. Again, pull those toes up towards your body, sitting up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. As you let it out, you're leaning on that bent knee, and you're keeping your head up. So you can look out a window or whatever you happen to be looking at today. And now take another deep breath in. As you let it out, you're reaching for your toes with the hand on the same side as the straight leg. And again, you're keeping that back nice and straight by sticking the chest out. And this makes you bend from the hips, not the waist, so it protects that low back area. And you only go as low as you can. That may be here for you, and that's okay. Let's take another deep breath in. And as you let it out, you're reaching with both hands. And again, turning the body a little bit so that your fingertips are fairly even. And keeping that back nice and straight. The head is up, level with the body. I don't want to see it drop. We do enough of that when we're on our machines, on our electronics. And slowly sitting up. Keeping that leg straight for just a moment. And bending that leg. Now I'm going to turn again. This one, you're just going to bring that foot up on your knee, and if you're not able to do that again, you can use your band, put it around the foot, and just hold it in front so that the knee is dropped out to the side, but this takes the pressure off the knee, especially if you've had knee surgery, knee replacement, or an injury to the knee. This is a great way to do this stretch. And then you take a deep breath in. As you let it out, you're leaning forward, again leading with the chest, and only going as low as you can. So from the side, it's going to look like this. Sticking that chest out, keeping that back nice and flat. And some days you may be able to go a little bit lower than other days. Today I'm not able to go as low as I normally do, and that's okay. That's where my body is today. So I honor that. And slowly sitting up, and lower that foot. Lift the other foot up, and sitting up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. As you let it out, you're leaning forward, leading with the chest. And you want to make sure with this that you're keeping weight on both cheeks, that you're not leaning to one side or the other. You want to keep it nice and level, and again, that nice flat back. And you're going to feel this in the hip and buttock of the leg that is up. And slowly sitting up. Next one, you're going to sit with your feet as wide apart as you can, pointed out to the side. And you're going to slide your elbows on the inside of your knees. So take a deep breath in. As you let it out, you're leaning forward, leading with the chest again, till your elbows get to your knees, and then you're pushing your knees out with those elbows. So So you're going to feel that stretch in the inner thigh. And again, your back should be nice and flat by sticking that chest out. Shoulders remain down and back. They're not up around your ears. If it's too intense, don't push as hard. Just feel that nice stretch. And now take a deep breath in. Release that stretch on your legs. As you breathe out, reach for the floor. And this one, you can round your back. And then slowly curl up the spine, one vertebrae at a time, until you come up to sitting. Excellent. You can stay seated for this next. I'm going to stand so you can see it a little bit better. And so again, just stretching our upper body now. We're going to lace our fingers together in back and pull down. And now you're going to lift those arms as far backwards as you can. Keep that belly pulled in to protect the low back so you're not arching the back. And you're just opening up that chest, getting that nice stretch across the front of the shoulders and the chest. And relax. And circle those arms. And the other way. Excellent. Now lifting those arms in front. Again, keeping those shoulders down and back. The top arm is going to pull the bottom arm, and the bottom arm is pulling back against it. So you're pulling each way. You're going to feel that tension in this shoulder in particular. And then after about 15 or 20 seconds, you want to relax the pull and allow yourself to pull that arm all the way over, keeping that shoulder down. If you notice it's up around your chin, bring it down. You might feel this stretch along here as well as into the upper back. And now back in front, switch your arms around. And again, you're pulling against each other for the first 10 or 15 seconds. And pulling. Watch that shoulder to make sure it stays down. Keep that belly pulled in. Keep the knees soft. And I talked about that the other day, and so that means don't lock them. Just keep them slightly bent, and I'll show you that in a sec. And now relax this arm from pulling, and just allow yourself to pull it all the way across. Again, keeping that shoulder down. So on this side, I can feel it right back into here. It tells where my tight muscles are. And it's just a nice stretch to help stretch that out. If you find that you have lots of tension in your neck, this is a really good stretch for that. And now just shake it out. Roll those shoulders. And the other way. So I was mentioning soft knees. So anytime we stand, you want to make sure that you can see your kneecap. You want to keep it soft. When we lock it, so the kneecap kind of disappears, a couple things happen. To do that, we tighten everything up in here, which puts a lot of strain on our low back. So soften that, and by wiggling it, helps loosen these. So if you're standing a lot, this is one of the things to watch for if you're locking those knees. And it also helps with balance if the knee is soft. If it's locked, you negate the ability of the knee to move and help you maintain your balance. All right. Next exercise is for the rotator cuff muscles. So placing the arm so it's level across your back, palm facing away from the body. And now turn it into the body, wherever that is for you. For me, on this one, I can go right up between my shoulder blades before I feel the stretch. This arm hasn't had the injury that this one has. You'll see in a second how different my abilities are. And relax that arm. And just give it a shake. Other hand. So again, you're starting with the palm away from the body. Turn it into the body. If you need to lower the hand to do that, please do so. Wherever it is for you, depending how tight these muscles are. When I started doing this stretch in my exercise classes, I could barely turn my hand here. You can see here. And now I'm up there. So that's a huge increase for me because this shoulder's received, I won't say injury, but it's been repetitive use. I used to pitch in basketball, as well as I played field. So complete opposite motions, and it's let me know through the years there was definitely injury going on in there, even though I never had a severe injury. And just relax that, let it hang for a sec, and now shake it out and roll those shoulders. And the other way. Excellent. Next, you're just going to drop your ear down to one shoulder. And now you're going to turn your chin into that shoulder. And you'll notice that the stretch goes towards the back of the neck on this. And now roll your chin along your chest to the other side. So again, your chin is pointed towards the other shoulder now. And now turn your head so that your ear is towards your shoulder, and you're going to feel that stretch along the side. And if it's too intense, just bring your head up a little bit. Just notice where you are today as to how much stretch you want in there. And head up. And if that felt a little odd, because my left side seems to be a little tighter, just move things around and loosen it up a little bit. Excellent. Next, you're going to tuck your chin to your chest. So you want to stay nice and tall, and then just drop the chin and pull it in. And you might feel this down the back of your neck and possibly into the upper back. And now lifting the chin, pointing it at the ceiling. And looking straight ahead. Excellent. So now just circle those arms. Oh, I don't need to. I'm going to sit for this because I want to finish with something fun today. Although the seniors that I teach don't always think it's fun, but they always laugh. Show me the palm of your hand. Put it over here. And you're going to pull back gently on those fingers. So the wrist is bent. And it's just allowing you that nice stretch on the forearm and the hand. And then show me the back of the hand. Gently push. And show me the palm of the other hand. Gently pull back. And it doesn't matter if this arm, for me, my right arm and this one, doesn't matter if it's straight or bent, because we're stretching the forearm and the hand. And now show me the back of the hand and gently push. These stretches are really good if you have any repetitive strains. So this helps prevent carpal tunnel because we're stretching out those muscles that we're using. And again, just shake it out. All right. For this one, I want you to sit back in your chair, whatever that looks like for you. You're going to lift your feet. And now you're going to, you can do this with feet on the floor initially, but you're going to curl your toes and then stretch them out. Keep that belly nice and tight. Curl your toes, stretch them out, and wiggle them. And now circle your feet at your ankles. Doesn't matter which way. The other way. Excellent. Here comes the fun. Now I want you to circle your feet. Actually, I'll do it so you can see really well. Away from each other. And your hands are going to circle towards each other. And just have fun with this. It took me a while to figure this one out. And they almost switched. And now switch. So feet going towards each other. And hands out. You'll notice my feet are wanting to switch today. There we go. Shake it out. So I do that because it's fun to do. It makes you laugh. But it also gets our brain working. So we have what's called the corpus callosum, which is the wall between our left and right sides of our brain. And as we age, it starts to deteriorate. So doing cross-patterning exercises, like I just did with the feet and the hands, rebuilds that wall and it gets our brains talking again. So have fun with it. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time. And again, if you want if you have any questions, if you'd like to go further with the workout, please let me know. Bye-bye.